everyone, did you know anything about Vietnam? If you didn't, let me to show you. Let's go! Vietnam, officially the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, is the easternmost country on the Indochina Peninsula in Southeast Asia, with an estimated 19.3 million inhabitants as of 2012. It is the world's 13th most populous country and the 8th most populous Asia country. The name Vietnam translates as Southern Viet, synonymous with the much older term Nam Viet. It was first officially adopted in 1802 by Emperor Gai Long and was adopted again in 1945 with the founding of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam under Ho Chi Minh. The country is bordered by China to the north, Laos to the northwest, Cambodia to the southwest, and the South China Sea to the east. Its capital city has been Hanoi since the reunification of North and South Vietnam in 1976. Climate. Because of difference in latitude and the marked variety in topographical relief, the climate tends to vary considerably from place to place during the winter or dry season, extending locally from November to April. The monsoons, while usually blow from the northeast along the Chinese coast and across the Gulf of Tonkin, heating up considerable moisture. Consequently, the winter season in most parts of the country is dry only by comparison with the rainy or summer season. The average annual temperature is generally higher in the plain than in the mountain, and higher in the south than in the north. Temperatures vary less in the southern plain around Ho Chi Minh City and the Mae Khong Delta, ranking between 21 and 28 degrees Celsius. Over the course of the year, seasonal variation in the mountain and glaciers and in the north are much more dramatic, with temperatures varying from 5 degrees Celsius in December and January to 37 degrees Celsius in January and August.
Attractions in Vietnam. Most travelers to Vietnam are attracted by country's wonderful natural beauty, from the green rice field in the north to the fascinating bustle of Mae Khong Delta in the south. Vietnam, however, is also a country with a long history and ancient tradition. It has many historic attractions and old temples. An overview of the most amazing tourist attraction in Vietnam. Nha Trang. Nha Trang is Vietnam's most popular seaside resort town located along the sea, the second most beautiful bay in the country. It features beautiful beaches with fine and clean sand and clear ocean water with mild temperature. The city has about 300,000 inhabitants and is more lively and urban in character than other beach destinations like Mui Na and Phu Quoc. It's also the scuba diving center of Vietnam. Cu Chi Tunnel. The Cu Chi Tunnel are an immense network of connecting underground tunnels located about 40 km northwest of Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. The tunnels were used by Viet Cong guerrillas as hiding spots during the Vietnam War and were the base of operation for the Tet Offensive in 1968. The tunnels have become a popular tourist attraction and visitors are invited to crawl around the safest part of tunnel system. Mekong River, Mekong Delta. Mekong Delta is the region in southern Vietnam where the Mekong River approaches an empire into the sea. It is very rich and lush area covered with the rice field that produce about half of the total of Vietnam agricultural output. Subsequently, like in Mekong Delta revolve much around the river, and all the villages are often accessible by river rather than by road. Phu Quoc, located in front of Cambodia coast. Phu Quoc is the largest island in Vietnam. Phu Quoc is what Phuket would be if it hadn't been overrun by development. The islands feature pristine tropical forests, undamaged coral reef, and great beaches. One of its beaches, named Bai Dai, Long Beach, was chosen by the ABC News as one of the 5 beautiful and clean beaches. Phu Quoc is famous for producing the best nok mem, or fermented fish sauce in the world. Hoi An. This fishing village turned tourist attraction is situated on the coast of the South China Sea. Hoi An has been an international port from the 16th century, although the serious shipping business had long since moved to the city of Da Nang. The heart of the city is still the old town full of vending lanes and Chinese-style shops. It is sometimes called the Venice of Vietnam because of the narrow canal that cut through part from the town.
The culture of Vietnam is one of the oldest in Southeast Asia. The ancient Bronze Age Dong Son culture is considered to be one of its most important progenitors due to the long-term Chinese influence on its civilization in terms of politics, government, and Confucian social and moral ethics. Vietnam is considered to be part of the East Asian culture sphere.
Following independence from China in the 10th century, Vietnam began a southward expansion that saw the annexation of territory formerly belonging to the Chamba civilization and part of the Khmer Empire, which resulted in minor regional variants in Vietnam culture due to exposure to these different groups.
In the socialist era, the cultural life of Vietnam has been deeply influenced by government control, media, and the cultural influence of socialist programs. For many decades, foreign cultural influence was an emphasis placed on appreciating and sharing the culture of communist nations, such as the Soviet Union, China, Cuba, and others. Since the 1990s, Vietnam has seen a greater re-exposure to Asian, European, and American culture and media. Some elements generally considered to be characteristics of Vietnamese culture include ancestor veneration, respect for community and family value, handicrafts and manual labor, and devotion to study. Important symbols present in Vietnamese culture include dragons, turtles, lotus, and bamboo. Vietnamese cuisine encompasses the foods and beverages of Vietnam and features a combination of 5 fundamental taste elements in the overall meal. Each Vietnamese dish has a distinctive flavor which reflects one or more of these elements. Common ingredients include fish sauce, shrimp paste, soy sauce, rice, fresh herbs, and fruits and vegetables. Vietnamese dishes use lemongrass, ginger, mint, Vietnamese mint, long coriander, Saigon cinnamon, bird's eye chili, lime, and parsley leaves. Traditional Vietnamese cooking is greatly add more for its fresh ingredients, minimal use of oil, and reliance on herbs and vegetables, with the balance between fresh herbs and meat, and a selective use of spices to reach a fine taste. Vietnamese food is considered one of the healthiest cuisine worldwide.
Clothing. A lasting impression for any visitor to Vietnam is the beauty of the women dressed in their long coat called ô dai. It is a body-hugging sweeping tunic with long sleeve worn overalls, flowing trousers that touch the floor. The tunic has a high neckline and side slit from the waist to the hem. Color often indicate the wearer status. Young girls wear or dye in pure white. Young unmarried women wear delicate pastel, and married women in brightly colored tunic over white black trousers.
The first Oda appeared in 1744 when Lord Wu Yong of Dong Yin dynasty decreed both men and women should wear button go over trousers. Subsequent changes in the design range the top, fit the bodies to the curve of the body, and move the bottom from the front to a open along the shoulder and side seam. Later, regain sleeves were added, creating a diagonal seam running from the collar to the underarm. Men once wear a variation of the Odai with shorter and fuller tunic. Today, men generally wear it for traditional dance or music performance during ceremonial occasions.